Have you been struggling with leg weakness that seems to get worse each day? Do you find yourself avoiding stairs because your legs feel too heavy to carry you up? Are you experiencing that uncomfortable tingling sensation that creeps up from your feet, making every step feel uncertain? Maybe you've noticed swelling in your ankles that won't go away, or those sharp shooting pains that wake you up at night, leaving you wondering if this is just part of getting older. If you're nodding along to any of these experiences, I need you to pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you today, because what I'm going to reveal might completely change how you think about leg pain and weakness after 55. You see, many adults over 55 are unknowingly sabotaging their leg strength and mobility through something they believe is helping them stay healthy. I'm talking about vitamin supplements. Yes, those same vitamins that promise better health, stronger bones, and increased energy might actually be the hidden culprit behind your persistent leg discomfort, muscle weakness, and that frustrating loss of stability that's been affecting your daily activities. The irony is heartbreaking. While trying to maintain your independence and vitality, you might be inadvertently undermining the very foundation of your mobility. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 specific vitamins that, when taken in excessive amounts, can transform from health allies into silent saboteurs of your leg strength. These aren't obscure supplements or experimental treatments. These are common, everyday vitamins that millions of mature adults take regularly, often without realizing they're consuming dangerous levels. What makes this situation even more concerning is that the symptoms develop gradually, often over months or even years, making it nearly impossible to connect the dots between your supplement routine and your declining leg function. The truth is, your body after 55 processes nutrients differently than it did in your younger years. Your liver works more slowly, your kidneys filter less efficiently, and your metabolism has naturally shifted. This means that vitamin doses that might have been perfectly safe in your 30s or 40s can accumulate to toxic levels in your system now, creating a cascade of problems that directly impact your legs, your balance, and your confidence in moving freely through your daily life. Let me paint a picture of what's really happening inside your body when these vitamins reach dangerous levels. Your muscles, which depend on precise nutrient balance to contract and relax properly, begin to malfunction. The delicate network of nerves that carry signals from your brain to your legs starts to deteriorate. Your circulation, already challenged by natural aging processes, becomes further compromised. The result? That bone-deep fatigue in your legs, the stiffness that makes getting out of bed in the morning feel like climbing a mountain, and the growing fear that your legs might not support you when you need them most. But here's what gives me hope, and what should give you hope too. This isn't permanent damage in most cases. Unlike some age-related changes that we simply have to accept, vitamin-induced leg problems are often completely reversible once you identify and address the root cause. I've seen countless individuals in their 60s, 70s and beyond regain their leg strength, reduce their pain, and reclaim their mobility simply by understanding how to properly manage their vitamin intake. The challenge is that most people don't even realize they're taking too much of these vitamins. They might be taking a daily multivitamin plus a separate calcium supplement with added vitamin D, plus a B complex for energy, plus individual vitamins, recommended by well-meaning friends or family members. Before they know it, they're consuming 3, 4, or even 5 times the recommended daily amounts of certain vitamins, all while believing they're being proactive about their health. What makes this situation particularly dangerous for adults over 55 is that the early warning signs are often dismissed as normal aging. That slight unsteadiness when you stand up must be age. The way your legs feel heavier at the end of the day, that's just getting older. The cramping that keeps you awake at night, probably just need to stretch more. Meanwhile, vitamin toxicity continues to build in your system, gradually eroding your leg strength and mobility week by week, month by month. The vitamins I'm going to discuss today aren't exotic or unusual. They're sitting in medicine cabinets across America, in the purses and pill organizers of millions of mature adults who are simply trying to stay healthy and active. Vitamin A, which supports vision and immune function, but can devastate your muscles when taken in excess. Vitamin D, celebrated for bone health, but capable of causing severe muscle weakness when overdone. Vitamin B12, promoted for energy, but potentially harmful to your nervous system in high doses. Vitamin C, the immunity booster that can actually impair circulation in your legs when consumed excessively. And vitamin E, the antioxidant that can paradoxically increase inflammation and pain when taken beyond safe limits. Each of these vitamins has a dark side that's rarely discussed in popular health media. The supplement industry, worth billions of dollars, has little incentive to educate consumers about the risks of overconsumption. Instead, the prevailing message is more is better, leading well-intentioned adults to believe that if one vitamin pill is good, 2 or 3 must be even better. This mentality is particularly dangerous for mature adults whose bodies are less resilient and less able to handle nutritional excesses. Understanding this problem is the first step toward reclaiming your leg health and mobility. Throughout this presentation, I'll not only explain how each vitamin can harm your legs when taken in excess, but I'll also provide you with practical, actionable steps you can take starting today to protect yourself. You'll learn how to recognize the warning signs of vitamin toxicity, how to safely assess your current supplement routine, and most importantly, how to support your leg health naturally without putting yourself at risk. Let's start with a vitamin that's hiding in plain sight in most supplement routines, causing leg problems that many mature adults never connect to their daily pill regimen. Vitamin A, often promoted for eye health and immune support, becomes a silent destroyer of leg strength when consumed in excessive amounts, particularly for adults over 55, whose bodies process nutrients more slowly and less efficiently than they once did. Here's what most people don't understand about vitamin A. It's fat-soluble, which means your body stores it in fatty tissues and your liver, rather than eliminating excess amounts through urine like water-soluble vitamins. This storage mechanism, while useful for preventing deficiency, becomes dangerous when you consistently consume more than your body needs. For mature adults, whose liver function naturally declines with age, this storage can quickly become toxic accumulation, leading to a condition called hypervitaminosis A that specifically targets your muscular and skeletal systems. The insidious nature of vitamin A toxicity is that it develops gradually, often over several months of consistent overconsumption. You might start noticing that your legs feel heavier when you walk, or that climbing stairs requires more effort than it used. 2. Perhaps your leg muscles feel sore and tender even when you haven't been particularly active, or you're experiencing persistent aching in your lower back and hips that seems to have no clear cause. These aren't just signs of aging. They could be your body's way of telling you that vitamin A is interfering with your muscle function and bone health. The mechanism behind this damage is particularly concerning for adults over 55. Excessive vitamin A interferes with your body's ability to absorb and utilize calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals that are absolutely critical for proper muscle contraction and bone strength. Without adequate calcium, your leg muscles can't contract efficiently, leading to weakness, cramping, and that frustrating feeling that your legs just won't cooperate when you need them to. The magnesium deficiency compounds this problem by affecting nerve function, potentially causing the tingling, numbness, or burning sensations that many mature adults experience in their feet and lower legs. What makes this particularly dangerous is that many adults over 55 are already at risk for osteoporosis and age-related muscle loss. When vitamin A toxicity further compromises calcium absorption, it accelerates bone weakening and increases fracture risk. Your legs, which bear the weight of your entire body every day, become increasingly vulnerable to injury and instability. The combination of weakened bones and compromised muscles creates a perfect storm for falls, fractures, and the loss of independence that every mature adult fears. The daily recommended intake of vitamin A for adults is approximately 800 micrograms for women and 1,000 micrograms for men. However, many supplements contain 1,500 to 4,000 micrograms per dose, and when combined with vitamin A from food sources like liver, eggs, dairy products, and orange vegetables, it's frighteningly easy to exceed safe limits. The problem is compounded by the fact that many multivitamins, eye health supplements, and immune support formulas all contain significant amounts of vitamin A, leading to unintentional overdosing when multiple supplements are taken together. Moving on to another vitamin that's causing widespread leg problems among mature adults, vitamin D, ironically the same vitamin that's supposed to support bone health and muscle function. While vitamin D deficiency is indeed a concern for many adults over 55, the pendulum has swung too far in the other direction, with many people now consuming dangerously high doses in an attempt to optimize their levels, not realizing they're creating new problems in the process. Vitamin D toxicity, known as hypervitaminosis D, creates a cascade of problems that directly impact your leg's strength and function. When you consume excessive amounts of vitamin D, your body absorbs too much calcium from your intestines, leading to hypercalcemia, elevated calcium levels in your blood. While calcium is essential for bone health, too much calcium in your bloodstream disrupts the delicate balance of minerals needed for proper muscle and nerve function, particularly in your legs. The symptoms of vitamin D-induced hypercalcemia often manifest first in your lower extremities because these large muscle groups are most sensitive to mineral imbalances. You might notice that your leg muscles feel rigid and unresponsive, almost as if they're constantly tense and unable to fully relax. Many mature adults describe this sensation as feeling like their legs are wooden or heavy as lead, making normal activities like walking to the mailbox or navigating around their home feel exhausting and uncomfortable. The excessive calcium caused by vitamin D toxicity doesn't just affect your muscles, it also begins to deposit in soft tissues where it doesn't belong, including the tendons, ligaments, and blood vessels in your legs. This ectopic calcification makes these tissues less flexible and more prone to injury, while also compromising circulation to your leg muscles. Poor circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your leg muscles, leading to increased fatigue, slower recovery from activity, and that persistent aching that many mature adults assume is just part of getting older. Perhaps most concerning is how vitamin D toxicity affects your kidneys, which are responsible for maintaining proper fluid balance in your body. When your kidneys become overloaded trying to process excess calcium, they may struggle to eliminate excess fluid, leading to swelling and edema in your legs and ankles. This swelling isn't just uncomfortable. It's a sign that your body's regulatory systems are under stress, and it can further compromise circulation and mobility in your lower extremities. The recommended daily intake of vitamin D for adults over 55 is typically 800 to 1,000 IU, yet many supplements contain 2,000, 5,000, or even 1,000 IU per capsule. Some healthcare providers recommend these higher doses for people with documented deficiency, but the problem arises when people continue taking high doses long after their levels have normalized, or when they take high-dose supplements without ever having their blood levels tested to determine if they actually need supplementation. Before we continue exploring the other vitamins that could be sabotaging your leg health, I want you to take a moment and really think about your own experience. Have you been taking supplements hoping to improve your energy and mobility, only to find that your legs feel weaker and more uncomfortable than ever? If so, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not powerless to change this situation. If you're finding value in this information and want to make sure you don't miss any of our future content about maintaining strength and mobility after 55, I'd love to have you join our community by subscribing to the channel. But here's what I'm really curious about. I want to know about your personal experience with leg discomfort and supplements. Have you ever suspected that something you were taking to improve your health might actually be making you feel worse? Drop a comment below and share your story, because your experience might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear to make the connection in their own health journey. Sometimes the most powerful learning comes not from experts, but from real people sharing their real experiences with others who are walking the same path. Now let's explore 3 more vitamins that are quietly undermining leg health in mature adults, starting with one that might shock you because it's so commonly recommended for energy and neurological health. Vitamin B12, while essential for nerve function and energy production, can become a serious threat to your leg mobility when consumed in the massive doses found in many supplements marketed to adults over 55. The irony of B12 toxicity is particularly cruel, because this vitamin is often recommended specifically for addressing leg numbness, tingling, and weakness that can occur with B12 deficiency. However, when taken in excessive amounts, and we're talking about doses that are 50 to 100 times higher than your body actually needs, B12 can cause the exact same neurological symptoms it's supposed to prevent. Your peripheral nerves, which control sensation and movement in your legs and feet, become overwhelmed by the excessive B12, leading to a condition that mirrors diabetic neuropathy or other serious neurological disorders. Many mature adults are taking B12 supplements containing 1,000 to 5,000 micrograms daily, sometimes even higher, when the recommended daily amount is only 2.4 micrograms. That means some people are consuming more than 2,000 times the amount their body needs, day after day, year after year. Your body can only absorb a tiny fraction of these massive doses, but the excess doesn't just harmlessly pass through your system. Instead, it can interfere with the absorption and function of other B vitamins, creating imbalances that directly impact nerve health in your legs. The symptoms of B12 toxicity in your legs often start subtly. You might notice occasional tingling in your toes or a slight burning sensation in the soles of your feet that comes and goes. Over time, these sensations can progress to constant numbness, making it difficult to feel the ground beneath your feet properly. This loss of sensation is incredibly dangerous for mature adults because it affects balance and increases fall risk dramatically. When you can't properly sense where your feet are or how they're positioned, every step becomes uncertain, and simple activities like walking on uneven surfaces or navigating stairs become hazardous. What makes B12 toxicity particularly insidious is that it can also cause muscle weakness that's often mistaken for normal age-related decline. Your leg muscles may feel weak and unsteady, not because they're losing mass or strength, but because the nerve signals that coordinate muscle contraction are being disrupted by vitamin toxicity. This creates a frustrating situation where your muscles are actually capable of supporting you, but the communication system between your brain and your legs is compromised. Moving on to vitamin C, another supplement that many mature adults take in high doses, believing it will boost their immune system and overall health, While vitamin C is indeed important for immune function and tissue repair, excessive consumption can create serious problems for leg circulation and comfort, particularly in adults over 55 whose cardiovascular systems are already dealing with age-related changes. The problem with high-dose vitamin C supplementation lies in how it affects your blood vessels and circulation. When consumed in large amounts, typically more than 1,000 milligrams daily, vitamin C can act as a pro-oxidant rather than an antioxidant, actually increasing inflammation in your blood vessels rather than reducing it. This inflammation can compromise circulation to your legs, leading to that heavy, aching feeling that many mature adults experience, especially after periods of sitting or standing. Excessive vitamin C also interferes with iron absorption and can contribute to the formation of kidney stones, both of which can indirectly affect leg health. Iron deficiency leads to reduced oxygen-carrying capacity in your blood, meaning your leg muscles receive less oxygen during activity, causing them to fatigue more quickly and recover more slowly. The pain and discomfort associated with kidney stones can also cause you to move less and avoid physical activity, leading to further deconditioning of your leg muscles and decreased mobility over time. Many adults over 55 are taking vitamin C supplements containing 500 to 2,000 milligrams, when the recommended daily amount is only 75 milligrams for women and 90 milligrams for men. Some people consume even higher doses during cold and flu season, not realizing that their body can only absorb about 200 milligrams at a time, with excess amounts potentially causing more harm than good. Finally, let's discuss vitamin E, the antioxidant that's heavily marketed for its anti-aging properties, but can actually accelerate leg problems when consumed in excessive amounts. Vitamin E toxicity primarily affects your cardiovascular system and blood clotting mechanisms, which has direct consequences for leg circulation and muscle health in mature adults. The most dangerous aspect of vitamin E toxicity is its effect on blood clotting. Excessive vitamin E acts as a blood thinner, interfering with your body's ability to form clots when needed. While this might sound beneficial for preventing heart attacks and strokes, it actually creates serious problems for leg health. Your leg muscles, which work hard to pump blood back to your heart against gravity, rely on proper blood viscosity and clotting function to maintain healthy circulation. When vitamin E disrupts this balance, you may experience increased bruising, prolonged bleeding from minor cuts, and poor wound healing in your legs and feet. The circulation problems caused by vitamin E toxicity often manifest as persistent leg swelling, heaviness, and discomfort. Your legs may feel constantly fatigued, even with minimal activity, because the compromised circulation isn't delivering adequate oxygen and nutrients to your muscle tissues. This creates a vicious cycle where your legs feel tired and uncomfortable, leading you to move less, which further compromises circulation and muscle health. Vitamin E toxicity is particularly dangerous for mature adults who are taking blood-thinning medications for heart health or stroke prevention. The combination of prescription anticoagulants and high-dose vitamin E supplements can create a dangerous bleeding risk, while also compromising the muscle function and stability needed for safe mobility. The recommended daily amount of vitamin E is only 15 milligrams, yet many supplements contain 200 to 800 milligrams per capsule. Some anti-aging formulas contain even higher amounts, based on the mistaken belief that more antioxidants automatically equal better health and slower aging. The solution to all of these vitamin-related leg problems isn't to avoid vitamins entirely, but to approach supplementation with wisdom and moderation. The first step is to have your vitamin levels tested by a healthcare provider who understands the unique needs of mature adults. Blood tests can reveal not only deficiencies that need to be addressed, but also excessive levels that might be contributing to your leg problems. If you discover that you've been taking excessive amounts of any of these vitamins, don't panic. In most cases, reducing your intake to appropriate levels will allow your body to gradually eliminate the excess and restore normal function. However, this process takes time, sometimes several months, so patience is important as your body heals and rebalances. The key to supporting your leg health after 55 is focusing on a balanced approach that includes appropriate nutrition, regular gentle exercise, and careful attention to your body's signals. Your legs are your foundation for independence and mobility, and they deserve thoughtful, informed care rather than the shotgun approach of high-dose supplementation that's become so common in our supplement-obsessed culture. As we wrap up today's discussion, I want to personally thank you for investing this time in learning about your health and taking steps to protect your mobility and independence. The fact that you've stayed with me through this entire presentation tells me that you're serious about maintaining your leg health and overall well-being as you age, and that commitment is going to serve you well in the years ahead. If this information has been helpful to you, I'd be honored if you'd consider subscribing to our channel and becoming part of our community of mature adults who are committed to aging with strength, wisdom, and vitality. But more than that, I'd love to hear your story. Have you experienced leg problems that you now suspect might be related to vitamin supplementation? Have you made changes to your supplement routine and noticed improvements in how your legs feel and function? Your experience could be exactly what another community member needs to hear to make positive changes in their own health journey. Please share your story in the comments below. Not only will it help others, but it will help me create content that addresses the real challenges and concerns that matter most to people like you. Remember, we're all on this aging journey together, and the wisdom we share with each other is often more valuable than anything we could learn from textbooks or medical journals. Thank you again for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you in the comments and in future videos as we continue exploring how to live our best, strongest, most mobile lives after 55.